Hey, welcome back.
Uh, yeah.
Welcome
So,
back to another episode of the Rock Fantasy Files on the Rock Fantasy YouTube channel. I'm Steve Keeler, and I'm here with a band that I've been digging. I'm trying to do this like we were talking. I'm trying to be like Dick Clark a little bit. We're on the American Bandstand, but so I'm here to chat with Heavy Temple. It's a band that I'm proud to have playing our Halloween concert here in Middletown at Quinn Pinz Entertainment Center. A band I discovered over the summer when we were trying to get them on the Summerfest, Rock Fantasy Beer Release at Equilibrium Brewery in town. And I was yelled at by my store manager, Rose, because last year we did a YouTube channel Zoom thing, and then you're picking our favorite music from 2021. And she picked your album, Lupi Amoris, as her #1 album. And she was so mad at me because she goes, you know what? You didn't even listen to it. You didn't even go and listen to my #1 album. And then somebody else had to turn you on to them. And I was like, it's making her day that you're coming to play Middletowns. So
oh, we're excited about it. I've never played in a bowling alley before, so
and I can kick myself for not listening to your album sooner, but here we are, and I'm digging it a lot. Play it all the time. Sell quite a bit of it in the record shop too. So
I
I
like
want.
hearing.
So let's introduce. Who am I chatting with tonight? And please introduce yourselves and tell us what you do in the band.
Well, I'm Nighthawk. I play the bass and I sing.
Who?
I'm Lord Paisley and I play guitar.
I'm Baron Lycan and I play the drums.
Excellent. So you guys are coming up to play the big Halloween bash in Middletown. You said it's first time playing a bowling alley. It's a bowling alley slash arcade slash trying to make it into a heavy metal palace somehow. But
That sounds great.
we just built the stage. My friends built the stage. They wanted me to make kind of an annex of my record store there. So we have a blacklight room that's full of pinball machines and a lot of blacklight posters and all the fair. And let's hear a little bit about your band, your latest album. Maybe we'll talk about the the album that came out last year, but it's still kind of new, right?
Yeah.
Which
Came
I
out
have right here.
yeah, came out in June last year. Which was cool. It was cool to put it out, but we also couldn't tour around it.
Sure.
And we've been playing those songs for a while, so I'm happy with how much everybody seems to like it, and the new stuff's gonna be it's gonna be even better.
We wouldn't be a band if we weren't already tired of playing the album that we have, and we weren't immediately looking forward to the next one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So by the time we release the follow-up album, we'll be tired of those songs too. So that's just like the never-ending cycle.
It's good motivation.
I'm not tired of them yet, but I just discovered them a couple of months ago, so I'm looking forward to hearing all the stuff. From this album, I listen to it I can listen to it front to back. It's a short record. It's not super long.
Yeah.
But you have a video for Desert Through the Trees, correct?
Yeah, we'll definitely play all the hits for you.
All the hits, the top 40 hits.
Yeah.
And Isabella with unrelenting fangs is like one of my favorites from the record. Just love that.
Thank you.
I just love that.
Yeah, we like that one.
Except we call it Coos, so I always forget which one that is.
Oh yeah.
It was supposed to be on the chassis initially. Like the song was older. It was supposed to be on chassis because it fit into the Dark Tower theme. So Coos was the working title, and then can't really yell that out on stage, I guess.
It's a long one to yell out. Yeah.
I don't even know if that's how it's pronounced. That's just always how I read it in the book. Is Coos? But there's an umlaut in there. I digress.
All right, anyway, so we're talking about another album you did. So maybe let's get a little bit of the history of the band and what other records you have out. So then when we're talking about them, our viewers will know a little bit more about.
Well, I started the band like 10 years ago.
Okay.
And then we recorded a demo that was it's supposed to be a demo, and then Vaughn picked it up and put it out.
It was a German label.
Yeah, they had like Salem Lamucci and like King Dude. Anyway,
Okay,
they put that out, and then I think by the time we put out the second album, the lineup had already changed like 3 or 4 times. And then my hand, yeah, okay, good. And then the last album I was planning to put out and didn't happen, so then we finally recorded. Did we record during the pandemic?
Before.
Yeah, so we recorded before the pandemic, and we were getting ready to try and put that album out. And so then we finally did last year.
Yeah.
And then this new material is the first album that will be, written as like a singular unit. Because I was doing most of the songwriting early on.
So the full album that came before this, I know, is on Spotify, and I should have wrote notes on that, but I didn't write the note. What was the name of that record? The one before?
It's called Chasset.
Okay.
It's like a homage to The Dark Tower by Stephen King.
Okay.
Yeah. That one's also 4 songs and roughly the same length, and then the first album is 3 songs and also the same length.
It's kind of
cool. The songs
Yeah.
have gotten shorter over the last 10 years.
Talking about this album, what goes in behind the name of Lupi Amoris? Can you fill us in a little bit about the meaning behind the album or any of the songs? Blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's like a play on Hounds of Love, which is the Kate Bush album.
Okay.
Means Wolves of Love, and it's sort of like a darker Red Riding Hood story.
Okay.
Where like Red Riding Hood and the wolf end up like going
There's the wolf.
Yeah.
Sexual awakening.
The sexual awakening, yes. But it's based on you're not wrong. It's based on Angela Carter short story, Company of Wolves. So I like themes, in case anyone couldn't tell.
Who did the artwork for the cover?
That was Alex Reesbar. He's based out in Portland, I think.
Okay.
Pacific Northwest. He's done stuff for like Arch Enemy and Mastodon, and
wow.
I've stumbled upon him through a friend that knew him, and he has like a very organic style that I felt fit the vibe.
Cool. What now I'm gonna have to look through my Mastodon albums and try to figure out which one he did.
I think it was just the most recent one.
Oh, the Hush.
Maybe it was like a tour poster or something.
Because I know Hushed and Grim was the last album. I love that record, so I'm a fan of Mastodon also. But let's say, what other shows do you have? How's 2022 going for you guys? Are you getting a lot of gigs and you're back in the swing of things a little bit like most of us are now, hopefully?
To an extent. Yeah. I mean, not as much as like what we had planned for 2020. 2021, definitely it was what it was. And yeah, this year hasn't been bad. We did a tour with The Obsessed, which was fucking awesome.
Yeah, okay.
Wino. We just did a little 4-day run with King Buffalo.
Yeah. Mud Roots we did this year, last minute, but it was an experience. We basically drove like 30 hours round trip to Tennessee and back, and then we're gonna have to take that away from him. And then drove like 30 hours round trip to Tennessee and back, and then went to go see Scorpions the next day.
Oh, I saw that on your Instagram where you guys you had a band day at the Scorpions show.
Oh, it was a whole day and night.
I missed the Scorpions on this tour. I just didn't get out to see them.
It was great. I mean, they didn't really do anything. They kind of only went as far back as the 80s stuff.
Oh, they didn't touch the 70s at all?
No, they did Blackout and Coast to Coast. and what Big City
Boys
Nights,
Running Wild.
Bad Boys Running Wild. Yeah.
I saw them before the pandemic at Madison Square Garden. They were there with Megadeth,
Oh, shit.
Damn,
Nice.
that would have been sick.
and
There's-
they touched on. I think they touched on a couple of the '70s tracks.
They have like a
that night.
70s medley that they do.
That they play over here. Yeah.
We were supposed to go see them with Queensryche in Vegas, and then whatever last 2 years, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So actually the day after we play Middletown, we're playing that Saturday in Salem,
Cool.
so that'll be spooky.
Oh,
That
That's a-
definitely fits in for Halloween, huh?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a small club. I think it's only like 125.
I was just
Cats.
watching a blog from Salem today, and all those cool like monster museums and Halloween museums and all that stuff up there.
Count Orlok's Nightmare Museum. That's a straight up plug. Count Orlok's Nightmare Museum in Salem is awesome. They don't let you take pictures of anything, and because the exhibits are changing, and they want to like keep the mystery.
I see.
But
Cool.
it's cool. We were
It's
in
like a
there
wax
for-
museum of monsters,
Oh,
movie
man.
monsters. It's awesome.
That's perfect.
We were in there for like an hour.
I haven't been to that. I haven't been. I was years and years ago. I passed through there. I got to get up there. But there's a wax museum in Lake George, New York. I don't know if you guys ever been there. Called the House of Frankenstein. It's pretty classic. Been
That
up
sounds-
there for years and years. But anyhow, we're way off subject now. We're talking about Frankenstein monsters. But I guess we're in the season, right?
Yeah.
So I ask each one of you, what are some of your influences or a band that got you into playing this style of music? Or
Feel right?
Band that got me into playing the style of music. That's this. I don't know. That's a lot.
a lot.
But lately for drumming, it's been all Scorpions for sure. Like 70s Scorpions, just like holding it down, playing something cool, but not playing too much.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I can anyway.
Oh, there's a cat.
Oh yeah, the cat attack. She warned us there may be a cat attack, but will the cats be on tour? Are they coming
Twinkling around.
along?
I wish.
Do you?
Keep them. No, well,
A little
no,
litter box
probably
in the
not.
van?
Oh
Oh.
god, that'd be good for us though. We
That's the
should just
first
keep
cat attack. We've had dog attacks on
We
the
should just
show.
keep a human litter box in the van.
And more piss jokes.
I mean, not like a human person, just a litter box. I mean,
That
like
might not smell good.
a litter box.
It
Yeah.
already doesn't smell.
It
good.
probably wouldn't smell worse than
It might
already-
smell like Wattain's tour bus.
Oh god. No offense. I'm sure I can only imagine how much goat's blood like in the hot
pig blood.
Ah,
blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's gotta get.
Rancid.
so we heard your
Oh yeah.
influences of you for you.
I mean, for the I guess like starting this band, I didn't really like. I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing. I had just sort of been introduced to Black Sabbath.
Okay.
And then I learned how to play the guitar, mostly doing like Queens of the Stone Age stuff,
Okay.
which you can't really hear at all on the first album. I don't know. It kind of runs the gamut a little bit.
Okay.
But I think probably if I had to say, Josh Homme is my favorite songwriter. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that.
What's a
So-
couple vocalists that you admire?
Oh, for sure.
Whatever.
I mean, Freddie Mercury. I don't do anything that's remotely
Mm-hmm.
like that. But probably the greatest vocalist ever to exist. Maybe. I mean, I like clean vocals, but I like very natural vocals also. So I don't know, anybody who can just kind of belt it. I'm into it. I thought Josh Homme again though, with that sweet falsetto that he does. I'm just yeah. Anyway,
Cool.
yeah.
And what about you, sir, over in the corner?
Me? Yeah. I guess early on it would have been the Mars Volta. There's
Another
another cat attack.
No.
Omar playing guitar. I was just like, oh, here's some other curly headed freak who can
I thought you
play
might say
guitar,
that.
and he's from Puerto Rico, which I'm also from. And I was like, shit, I guess I should probably learn how to play guitar. A lot of Hendrix and Jimmy Page, of course.
Cool.
I didn't really fuck around with Sabbath too much. I mean, I appreciated it, but I wasn't like, let's do some Miami shit, you know. And I think just kind of playing with this band after listening to a lot of like 70s hard rock, that like burnout era of really fucking awesome riffs and licks and shit, like that all kind of sounded like Sabbath. They all kind of lived in the same world. So
That's what I was gonna say. Sabbath's like they're a sick band and it's a great jump off, but like
there's a lot.
It does get to it's like it's not to say there's not other good stuff out there, but it's like it's just one of those things. They just did it first.
They're the Godfathers, yeah.
And you know, no,
so tip of the hat, you know, but it's not my first
70s, like 70s Deep Purple.
Yeah, that
early Purple,
Captain Beyond, Lord Baltimore, a lot of those bands.
Cool.
Been listening to way too much James Gang lately, so that's cool.
Also, the first track on that Thor album, dude.
Thor, the guy that blew up the water bags.
Wait, what?
No, what Thor are we talking about? I'm way off.
I'm talking about the Canadian rock god Thor.
That's what I'm wondering. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, he has this album called Keep the Dogs Away? That's the name of the album, right? Because he's holding like 4 pit bulls on the cover, no shirt.
Shit, I don't remember that.
The first track on that album is so like glam. I don't know.
He's quite the character.
Oh,
what's that movie that he's in?
Rock and Roll Nightmare.
There was a documentary they did on him a few years ago.
I saw that.
He used to blow up hot water bottles or something.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, with his like massive fortitude. I guess.
Yes, he used to bend like steel on stage.
That's
awesome. No, there's a lot. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for all of us, but I do think I can speak for all of us when I say like we pretty much all enjoy everything that everyone wants to pick when we're listening to stuff in the van. So there's just like a really wide array of things that we all appreciate, and it's really nice to. It makes songwriting really cool.
Yeah, all of the songs
from Mars Volta to Slayer.
Yeah,
the stuff that we recorded this past summer, was that over the summer?
The same. It was like a year for the.
So when
would be for the next album. Like we don't have any song titles for that stuff. It's just all like what the bands we not ripped off, but just had in mind when writing them. You know,
there's just like a part that there's the part that sounds like the thing, and then you're like, let's do that one. That sounds like this thing.
Working title is like.
So what other future gigs do you have planned since we start to wrap up this episode a little bit again?
Just the show in Salem, and then we have another show in December. With Silver Tomb. It's a couple of dudes from Typo Negative.
Oh,
that's
wow.
Broken Goblet, which is it's like 20 minutes outside of Philly. And then we don't have anything else for the rest of the year.
Okay. And what's the best way for people to go and buy your stuff?
If they want to buy our
we have a band camp.
Well, yeah, sorry, we have a band camp.
Yeah.
It's a good problem to have, but we're constantly like running out of merch. So it's the best way for people to support us is probably to come see us if they can. But just, keep your eyes peeled.
I got my fingers crossed you'll have some merch for Middletown.
We will have some merch. You can I think you can buy our songs on Bandcamp.
Okay.
That's an app.
And I've got the vinyl in my shop, and I've got the CD. I've been picking it up from my One Stop, but
thank you.
The album that came out before this is probably hard to get on vinyl, or that was pressed for?
There might be some copies that exist. I think you would still have to go through Vaughn, that label. I can send
Okay.
you that information if you would like to reach
I
out.
wouldn't mind having one, a copy for myself, of course, and
I hate the way it's mixed, if I can be honest.
okay.
It's good. I like it.
I've
I'm not a-
listening to it. I don't.
That's not. Yeah, that was the fourth lineup.
Okay.
That was the fourth lineup.
Which
Well, I think you guys are gonna come and lay waste to the bowling
This is
alley.
number
Oh, for
6.
sure.
I absolutely. I'm gonna
Yeah.
lay waste to those
Lo-
freaking gutter.
I've been pushing it, and Stefan from Sun Voyager made a cool little video promo. I guess you guys
I saw.
it.
Yeah.
Made it looked like an '80s metal commercial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like for the what is it? The rock ballads at 3 a.m.
Something like that. Remember the old commercial? Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of Tower. Their new record's awesome.
They are. I know I got turned on to them because Stefan kind of set this up, and he's like, "Get this band Tower. You're gonna love them." I said,
Yeah,
"All right." And then we were working on something else, and he came in the store to buy some records, and I'm like, "Well, what about Heavy Temple? We didn't get him to play Labor Day. Let's ask him." And then it fell in. I was really psyched that you were playing. So
this worked out nicely. It's been
We're
a
psyched to
long.
play.
It's been a long time since I've done anything. I think on like Halloween, like playing. You know,
it is a costume party
Yeah.
we
for
all
our
have
viewers, and there's some prizes coming for that. And
we'll have
of
costumes.
course, you don't have to wear a costume. You can just be a rock and roll fan or whatever you are if you want to come.
Aren't we all just wearing costumes all the time?
I'm the dude that owns a record shop costume.
We all wear masks. Metaphorically speaking.
Jim Carrey.
But anything else you guys want to add before we wrap it up?
No, just
Ready to throw a strike at this show. Don't put up.
Oh
the
my
bumpers.
god.
What happened?
I just realized that.
Who do you think you are?
Oh fuck, we don't have any of those fucking camo shirts.
Let's go ahead. Say it real quick. Don't go ahead.
Who do you think you are? I am. And I can't fucking wait to yell it out right as soon as I just
Gutterball.
probably throw the ball over a couple of different lanes. We had this shirt made.
Oh,
We had this shirt made. It's I can't remember what year it was. I think it's 1992 US Open bowling. Peter Weber. He wins. And he's yelling a bunch of nonsense. And he's like, "That's right, I did it, me." And then he like turns around and he screams, "Who do you think you are? I am." And it doesn't make any sense, but he's so excited, and he's got this like squared little haircut and his bowling glove and everything. And our roommate yells it out when he's playing cornhole, so we put it on this shirt. And I didn't even think about I think we sold out of those.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I dig the one where you guys look like might be like almost on tour with Manowar.
That's actually how we looked before the pandemic.
Yeah.
That was a photo.
That's an old drawing. That's
But
an
I
old
love that.
drawing.
I think you had that on a T-shirt or something. I thought it's pretty
think
cool.
we-
And we're using that for the one poster we did for the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love that. It's.
I don't know if we'll have
Fond
those.
memories.
I do. Yeah.
I don't know if we'll have those in Middletown.
All right. No, we'll have some shit.
We'll have
All right,
some
guys,
shirts.
we'll
I'm
have
sorry.
some
We're
stuff.
just
Come buy their stuff. Go on Bandcamp, buy their stuff. I'll put your links in the details of the video so you guys can copy and paste and go to their Facebook or their Instagram and hook
Thank
up
you.
with Heavy Temple because they are heavy and bad ass.
I thought you were just gonna say bad.
Badass. No, I said badass. I'm all,
Heavy and bad.
they're fire,
That's a shirt
as the
right
young kids
there.
say.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you,
hopefully
Steve. Appreciate it.
we'll all have a little party up here in Middletown, New York, and it's free.
Yeah.
The show's free. If you're living
Whoa.
around the area, how hard is it to come out? It's free. And
So
beers are like $3.50.
Fuck yeah.
$3.
So if you're disappointed, at least you didn't pay to get in, and the beer is cheap.
Yeah,
Do they have Modelo?
they do.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.
They got
All right.
cans of Modelo, bro. And we
Woo!
got bubble hockey, pinball, and pool tables too.
Bubble hockey. Yeah, it's with the levers. It's like foosball of hockey. You never see
Yes.
that?
Okay.
There's the
We look
coleslaw.
forward to seeing you guys that night, and we're gonna kick ass. And Tower asked if we had fog machines. Yes, we do have a fog machine.
Nice.
Let's
Awesome.
go.
They want to have. They're bringing 2 of them, so they're gonna fog us up.
Great. Blast it.
All right, so you guys stay heavy, and thanks for coming on to the Rock Fantasy YouTube channel, and hit subscribe and all that shit on there, and hit like, and tell us what you like about Heavy Temple. Boom.
Heavy Temple on 3. 1, 2, 3. Heavy Temple.
Men in Black is a documentary.
Boom.